Hey, what is up, guys? You're watching Epic Pokemon TCG. What I got for you today, guys, is going to be an Alolan Exeggutor deck. So, hope you guys do enjoy the video. If you do, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. So, yeah, I saw this list online. This guy posted it, and he said that he performed really well at Elite Cup, I believe it was, with this deck. And honestly, I really like this deck. I like the strategy. I think it's very cool, and I decided I wanted to cover it. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and hop right into it here. Taking a look at Alolan Exeggutor first. Has the attack Tropical Shake. It basically just does 20 and then 20 more for each type of basic energy card in your discard pile, but you can't add more than 100 damage this way. But still, nonetheless, you're going to be two-shotting majority of those big GX Pokemon, and that's the big thing about Exeggutor is that it can dish out a decent amount of damage and only gives up one prize whenever it gets knocked out. And this deck's pretty easy to play. It's all just about discarding your energies, getting them in there, and then just kind of consistently keeping up your Exeggutors. And there's a lot of different things in there to help out with that. The next thing we're going to take a look at is going to be Sableye with the ability Excavate. Once during a turn before you attack, you may look at the top card of your deck, and then you may discard that card. So basically, this is a really good way for you to look at the top card, see if it's something you want next turn, and then on top of that, you have the potential to hit an energy, which is really nice. But Excavate is just a really good way for you to kind of like see what you're going to get, and then decide do I want to keep that or I want to go for something else. And on top of that, we have Oricorio. Vital Dance, basically when you just play it down, you get to search for two basic energy cards. So not only are you thinning out your deck a little bit, but you're also getting those energies to your hands so that way you can discard them, or if you really need a grass energy for that turn to attack with, you can just search out a grass, which is really, really nice. And then we also have Marshadow. Marshadow is in here basically for disruption slash you get to refresh your hand. If you haven't played, or if you haven't played your supporter for the turn and you play your hand size all the way down, you can let loose, which is basically just judge. And Marshadow was a card that I wasn't too fond of when I first saw it being played, and then as time went on, it just grew on me. But Marshadow is a really, really nice card, and honestly, it can come in clutch in a lot of different situations. We can attack with it because we do run a Psychic Energy, but I don't advise that at all. And then as far as Execute, I wanted to play the 50 HP one, but this one right here has Multiply, and basically you just get to search your deck for an Execute and put it on your bench. I'm one of those people that I like to play the Pokemon that have the most HP. Now the overall strategy for this deck is actually something that it seems like it could be complex, but I promise you it is very, very easy. So basically you have some stuff in here that can discard. Okay, I think I'm getting sick or my allergies are messing up, so I do apologize if I sound like crap. Anyway, so you have stuff in this deck that can discard, obviously, and we have Acrobike, which could potentially discard an energy. We also have Mysterious Treasure, that's another thing. You have that, and then of course you have Ultra Ball here that can discard. So basically, you have a lot of stuff that can discard these energies, get them out of there, and that's essentially what you're going to be kind of gunning for. You're going to be discarding this one dark, this one fire, this one electric, this one psychic, one water. Just getting them into the discard pile and then going from there. And we also run 6 grass energy, just in case you need to discard a grass energy too, so that way you can maximize your damage. But basically, you're going to be throwing these energies in there, and you're going to be attacking. And you also have Shrine of Punishment, which can also increase your damage output. This deck does not run any GXs, so that is the big thing there. Is you're going to be able to, hopefully dish out some damage. If they're not able to get Shrine of Punishment off the field and, it's sitting there for a few turns, Tropical Shake could potentially one-shot. So that's a really big thing. And, we also have some Rescue Stretchers in here, so that way you can keep your consistent flow of Exeggutors. And then we also have Energy Recycle System, which actually is why it took so long for me to cover this deck, is because I didn't have this card on here. Somehow I didn't have this card, and it was a pain for me to trade for it, and I just put up a couple trades, and then finally a couple people ended up accepting them. But this is essentially Rescue Stretcher for energy. It just allows you to get some energy back into your deck, so that way you can keep attacking with your Exeggutor, which is really nice. And just the one grass energy cost is absolutely amazing with this card. I think that's why this card is so good. This is a really fun deck, slash it can be competitive, which I think is the best thing and probably my favorite thing about this deck. We also run a couple Nest Ball because you really want to get those Execute out as soon as possible. Also Sableye could be a really cool thing to grab. I would not grab these two. I'm going to throw that out there. For supporters, we do have 4 Cynthia, we have 3 Guzma, 4 Lily, which kind of seems like overkill, but you do play your hand size down a lot with this deck, so It's easily a really good card to have. Two Professor Kukui. Basically, you could just kind of hit some key numbers with this, which is really nice. And then we have 3 Choice Band to increase our damage output. And that's basically the deck. You just attack with Alolan Exeggutor, and you just discard energies, and there's a lot of different stuff in here that you can do that with, which is really nice. I had a turn where I had Mysterious Treasure and Ultra Ball in hand, and so I Mysterious Treasure, grab a Oricorio, and I used Ultra Ball to discard the 2 energy that I had. And that's just like some similar plays you can do with this deck. But even if you're not hitting for the max numbers early on in the game, like it takes you a few turns to hit for it, you're still doing a decent amount of damage. And you know, if they just retreat it and they're not running Acerol at max potion, you can just run Shrine of Punishment and, you know, just kind of screw with your opponent a little bit. But that's the deck, guys. It's a very simple concept. You just discard energy and attack with Exeggutor, and then you have Rescue Stretcher and Energy Recycle System to kind of keep your stuff going. And it's a pretty cool deck. I would suggest giving it a shot. But if you guys did enjoy the video, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up. I appreciate it. I apologize I sounded like crap this video. I think it's my allergies. It's that time of the year. But yeah. But thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. I love you. And as always, guys, this is Epic Pokemon TCG signing out.